Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to take advantage of the garden system here in Final Fantasy XIV. Now the garden system can only be used if you have a free company house or a personal house. Also, if you become a tenant to one of your friends' houses, they can give you the privilege of using their garden as well if they're not using it. So if you guys cannot get a house on your server, you can ask a friend to make you a tenant and then you can use their garden instead. So there is a way around it if you can't get a house. Now, each house size can have a certain amount of plots. A large can have 3, a medium can have 2, and a small can have only 1. The size of your house does not determine what size garden you can have. There's a 4 plot, a 6 plot, and an 8 plot, so any house can have any size that they want, but they only can have up to the gardens that are connected to their house. So I have a large, so I have 3. Now you do not have to be a gatherer to become a gardener in Final Fantasy XIV. This is available to everyone. If you're in a free company, your rank determines if you can use the garden system. So your free company leader determines that, or if you are a free company leader, you have pretty much access to everything in your free company. As well as your landlord also has the option to make you able to use the garden. If they're using it themselves, sometimes they won't let you dispose their crops to accidentally screw them over. So to garden, you're going to need a couple things: seeds, soil, and of course a garden plot. Now, soil can only be gotten through a miner. Once you unearth them in the real world, out in the open world, your retainer can get them for you. So there's 3 different types of soil: Thanalin, Lanosian, and Shroud. And they also have 3 grades: 1, 2, and 3. The higher the grade, the more likely their effect will take place. So Lanosian soil increases the quality of the crops when you harvest them, which means you can get a chance of getting high quality. Shroud increases the quantity, so when you harvest them you get more than what it originally would give you. And Thanalin soil increases the likelihood that they will crossbreed with each other. Now, crossbreeding is when 2 compatible seeds or grow next to each other or planted next to each other. They can form a new complete seed that cannot be gotten out in the open world. Now, there is a site that you can look up, www.finalfantasy14gardening.com, and it will be able to tell you what seed is compatible with what they grow, the grow time, the yield, and also alternate crossbreeding scenarios. So I'll definitely leave the link down in the description down below so you guys can check it out yourself. Alright, so the grade 3 topsoils can only be gotten through time nodes, and you only can get 1 per node. So you can get 1, wait the next 24 hours, come back and get another one. While when you do that, you can get your retainer out there and get 1 for you. The higher your retainer's level, the less time it takes for them to come back. So right now, I'm at 40 minutes on my retainer. So they only be able to bring back 1 every time. So you want to send your miner out every time to make sure you can get 1 while you get 1 yourself. The grade 3 Thanalin soil can also be gotten through your poetics, through the unidentifiable ores, which I have a video on that on my channel. You guys can look that up to follow that as well, because grade 3 Thanalin soil are the only ones really worthwhile. Alright, so the middle of Lanosha is where you get the Lanosian soil. That's going to be 7 p.m. at slot 8. South Shroud for the Shroud soil, which is plot 8 at 6 a.m. And then Western Thanalin slot 8 at 5 a.m. for the Thanalin soil. So you can pretty much go right in order. Right, so when you are doing crossbreeding, you want to make sure that you do 1 seed in 1 plot and the next seed in the next plot, and then you go around until you have filled all the slots. Now, the first seed you put in will not produce a seed because there's nothing to crossbreed with it. In order for that first seed to crossbreed, you want to do something called seed sacrifice. You basically plant your first seed, plant the second seed, rip out the first one, and then replant the first one. When you rip out the first one, the second seed does not change because that has already crossbreeded with the first. So they don't cancel each other out. So when you do plant the first one, make sure that you're not planting a hard to get seed. So I'm going to be using the chive seeds crossbreed as an example, and the best way to do that is getting pearl sprout seeds, which can be gotten at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. in Corth and Western Highlands. These are farmable, so you'll be able to get more than just one. And the Delano potato set, which again you have to get through crossbreeding as well. So when you're doing the seed sacrifice, pick the seed that is easily gotten. In my case, it's the pearl sprouts. So that's what I did, is I put the first pearl sprout in slot 1, and then I put the Delano potato in the second, and then I replanted the first. Make sure to use a plain old potting soil for the sacrifice, because you don't want to waste a top 3 dandelion soil. The potting soil can be gotten from the caretaker here in your housing ward. So that's pretty much how you do the seed sacrifice strat, and just make sure that you rotate each seed in each plot. Just like real life, these will wither and die if you do not take care of them. They only will wither if you don't tend them at least once a day. So when you highlight the seed, you have 2 choices: of fertilizing it, tending it, or removing it. So make sure that you water it at least once a day. If you don't water it 3 straight days in a row, they will die, and then you will lose everything. They have like a little bit of like a purple fog above them, showing that they haven't been watered. Now, when you fertilize a crop, you are basically reducing 1 hour of grow time. Real life time grow time. So they grow based on real time outside the game. So every time you fertilize it, you're taking off 1 hour of its grow time. A lot of people say that this is a waste of time because it takes a lot of fertilizer to really reduce its grow time by 1 day. Ultimately, you're going to need to fertilize it 12 times for 2 days. So 24 times fertilizing it, but dividing it into 2 days. Because I don't think anybody can stay up 24 hours to fertilize your crops. So the longer it takes to grow, you pretty much want to at least fertilize it 12 times in 2 days. But that's if you really want the item really fast. Some people just say just let it grow the 10 days or 7 days or 5 days or whatever time it takes for the seeds to grow, and just let it be, because it's wasting time and money fertilizing everything. But fertilizer can easily be made with Nocean anchovies, and I think you get like 5 stacks for every 3, I believe. Let me look up fish meal here. 12 sacks for every 3 anchovies, so that's a lot. You also can buy them up here near the caretaker as well. Now, to make money with gardening, you're going to focus on minions. That's right, you can make minions through gardening, and those items are called glazed nuts, black peppers, and royal ferns. Glazed nuts are used to make most of the Reborn minions, black peppers for most of the Heaven's Ward minions, which also were the original 2.0 primals came from. Those are going to need blood peppers, and then you have Stormblood ones, which is Bayako and Shinru, which use the royal ferns. You also can make the Mandragora minions, the ones that attack you during the Hildebrand questline, and the ones that attack you in Final Fantasy XII. Those ones are easy to get because all you need is mandrake seeds and then the food item that they're attached to, like the eggplant one, the garlic, the onion prince, and the king tomato. The queen mandragora minion can only be gotten through these lilies that are a little bit rare to get. Those are the only ones that you actually really have to crossbreed to really get the queen minions. You also can grow shards. A botanist can get these, and they're great at level 1, so you can easily get them as a fresh player. You can grow your own shards as well if you don't really want to go out and gather them. These grow, I think, at least one day at Wednesday time, so they can grow quite fast. And it's a great way to farm these when you're out and about, or you just don't want to go out there and do them manually. You also can make these little flowers here that you can put in your free company house, your apartment, your personal house, and you can put them in vases and such. And also, I think some of them are also used in making glamour. There's plenty of ways and plenty of things you guys can grow to make gil, such as shards, minions. There's also jute, which also can give you a lot of gil because they make the large woven rugs, which sell pretty well. Especially if you're on a server that they go really expensive for. I know, like on Cerberus, I know they go for almost like $500,000 gil. Those are also very worth growing as well. And also you can grow Thavnerian onions, which are used to increase your chocobo's level past the... I think they only can go up to level 10, I believe. So you can actually get them to make your chocobo go up to level 20. And those also can be very expensive. So you have glamour items, you have minions, you have onions for your chocobo. And you also have flowers that you can put in your free company house, personal house, apartment, and private room as well. Or you can also sell them to make a nice little profit. So there's plenty of things you can do with gardening to make lots of money. Alright guys, so that is pretty much going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you found this useful. Any comments, questions, or concerns you guys have, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you guys might have that I may not have put in this video. So don't be shy if you have any questions. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content. And also, as a reminder, make sure you hit that little bell next to the subscribe button to make sure that you get notifications every time when I post Final Fantasy XIV videos. So until next time, guys, may you forever walk in the light of Lord Bahamut. Take care, guys, and happy gardening.